Bisshhs, what's up? It's me. Here we go. Today we are testing out a lot of stuff. We're doing a lot of stuff. This video is full of stuff. This is the first time ever I will be using Mani Boss Pill Base and Mani Boss Dip Liquids and Mani Boss 2-in-1 Gel. First time ever. And I'm also doing some fun Halloween scream art, all freehand. Yeah, so if you guys are interested and want to see that, stay tuned, and perhaps I will have timestamps down below so you don't have to listen to me talk. So what I'm doing, first I put the peel base on. I put one coat of peel base on because I wasn't sure how well it was going to work. I didn't want things just popping off right away, so I did one coat of peel base. I let it dry completely, waited a few minutes, and now I'm going in with Flores C, using the Mani Boss Dip Base. I really like this base. When I first opened it, I thought I would like it. It's thin. The consistency is thin, not runny though. I had a little bit of flooding in my cuticle area, but that's mostly a me problem. I'm not blaming that on the liquids at all. I would say it's a medium dry time. It was not ridiculously fast, but it was not by any means the slowest dip base I have worked with thus far. I really like it. And so I used the dip base on this hand, and I also used it on my other hand for a different mani that I did on my right hand. I don't have any complaints. On this hand, I'm going to use the 2-in-1 gel as my top coat. I'm not going to use the dip top coat, but in my video next week, I believe it's Wednesday's video, you will see me use the dip liquids, the whole set, base, activator, top coat, the whole dip set on my right hand. And still, again, no complaints. So yeah, I'm really enjoying these liquids right now. Anyways, so I did 2 coats or 2 layers of the Flores C, and on my middle finger. You guys are like, oh my god, this is so ridiculous. Okay, so in my mind after I did this, right, I'm like, why didn't you just do the whole nail, 2 layers, and then draw the French tip on? Like, why did you make it so much more complicated? Well, I made it complicated. So I did my first dip. I put down a coat of dip base on my middle finger so I wouldn't take my peel base with it when I was doing what I'm doing. So I let that dry, and then I went in and dipped. So I dipped in. I only put the liquid to the point of where I needed it, and then I went in with that little tool, French tip tool thing, and tried to scrape it off. I should have, in my mind, what I'm thinking is went ahead and dipped to the thickness that I wanted, and then tried to like cut it and get it off. I think it would have been a little bit easier, but I did it step by step. And then when I am done with that, I'm going to use Illuminate. So my idea was that I wanted it to glow, and I'm going to be completely honest with you, I'm not even sure if it glowed or not. Glue? Is it glue or glowed? Neither of those sound right. Anyways, So I used Illuminate from Rebel. And it could have glowed for all I knew. For all I know. Wow, sorry guys. For all I know. But I completely forgot that I even put Illuminate on under what I'm going to do on that finger. And so I wasn't paying any kind of attention to if it did or not the whole time I had the mani on, which was a while. Had this mani on, I think, 8 days. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to activate. I did 2 layers of Illuminate, too. I'm going to file and buff and even out my nails. And now we're going to get into some nail art. So, I'm using these little gel polishes, art gel polishes that I got. If you watched my nail haul yesterday, then you know what I am talking about. And this is from that. And so I'm going to draw a French tip on. And so in my mind, I started with the easiest nail first. I wanted to get the easy stuff out of the way, so that's what I did. And because in my mind I thought, if I mess up on the harder nails, at least the easy nails will be out of the way. And in my opinion, the easier nails would have been easier to change a design around, because, does that make sense? If I messed up on one of the harder nails, it would have been fine. I could have done and changed the design on those ones, but I wouldn't have to change the design on the easy nails because, yeah. Anyways, wow. Sorry, y'all. Y'all probably heard my husband in the background asking if I went downstairs. Our son started searching for me, and I snuck away while they were all cozy in the gaming chair watching my husband play a game. So I snuck off to do this voiceover, and now he's asking for me. Anyways, so yeah, I'm just filling in that French tip. I drew the French tip on. I filled it in. I'm going to cure it. And then I am going to be doing blood drips on it. Now, red blood drips. That's going to make more sense. So, here's what I did. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to do this tie-dye marbly nail first. So I'm going to use this blooming gel, the D&D blooming gel. I just put a layer of that on my nail, thin layer. I'm going to go in with this pink and just swirl it all about until I like the way it looks, and then I'm going to cure it. And it's just going to spread out and do its thing. So anyways, like I was saying, you would think red, blood drips, all the stuff. I went with this hot pink for all of the designs where it would be like blood. So there was a few reasonings behind this. One, I wanted a girly Halloween scary mani. I didn't want it to be gory scary, if that makes any kind of sense to anybody. And secondly, I thought this would be the perfect time to incorporate breast cancer awareness into my mani. So this is my breast cancer awareness mani, supporting the girls, and men, but the girls in more than one way, Anywho, get yourselves checked, do your checks, go to the doctor if you find any lumps or anything. Just be very, very aware of your health, and if anything concerns you, please get it checked. Everything is preventable. Anyways, so your health is important. You may think it's not, you may put everybody else first, but your health is important too. So, remember that. Nobody could, especially, got a family, they couldn't get by without you. Get yourselves checked. Anyways, so here I'm doing these blood drips. I first filled in around the smile line. I went over any like crazy lines or anything that was from the smile line and covered it with that pink. And then I'm doing the blood drips. I just start with the little drip, work my way up, and this came out way better than I thought it was going to, you guys. It really did. And when we get to the scream mask, that was even better than it. No lie, I was highly impressed with myself and this mani, because I did not think it was going to come out this good. And that's exactly why I did those 2 nails first, because those were the easiest. Now I'm going to do my scream mask. And the reason I did this one next before the other 2 nails was because the other 2 nails are going to be a phone and a knife with blood on it. And I thought, if I get those nails done and they're easy and I can't get the scream mask done, like, what am I going to turn this mani into? What else involves a phone and a knife? I mean, the knife, easy, whatever. But the phone, I was like, no, we got to try and get the mask done and see what we can do with it. And no lie, I thought it was going to be a hot mess. So, what I did, well, you're watching what I did. I created a circle first, then tried to make a little smaller one underneath it, and then a smaller one, and kind of almost like an upside down snowman, in my opinion. And then I got my acetone, and I put some acetone on this small little brush here, and I tried to kind of deepen those gaps on the sides, like for the cheekbones, where the cheekbones of the mask are, because I didn't feel like the gap was like good enough. I felt like it just kind of blended too much together. So I'm doing that. And then I'm going to flash cure. And then we're going to outline it in black. So here we go. We're just going to slowly and easily just outline this guy in black. Get that shadow of the mask going on in there to make the silhouette. And yeah, we're just going to keep doing that. And then I'm going to get a dotting tool, and I'm going to do the eyes and the mouth with the dotting tool. So that's how that's going to go. And this right here is also, with the black, would be the perfect opportunity that if you think your face isn't, if you think the white part isn't as structured or whatever that it needs to be, you could totally fill in part of it with the black and like deepen the cheekbones, whatever. I was so afraid to mess this whole thing up. I really was. But see, you'll see right there, I kind of just dragged that black in just a little bit right there. And again, I was so freaking afraid that I messed this up. I was like, I don't know about this. But once I put the eyeballs on and the mouth on, I was hella proud of myself. So proud. So, y'all, even if you don't think you're the most artistic, try. Just try. First time might be super bad, but at least you tried, and you can say that you tried. And then you keep trying, and you can only get better. So, because like I said, I thought this was going to be a disaster, and it totally wasn't. This was actually like, I've never even seen Scream. I've never watched Scream. This mani idea came 100% from my husband. He was like, oh, you should do Scream nails for Halloween for one of your videos. And I was like, oh, okay. And in my head, I was like, oh, I've never, like, I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. But then I thought, my husband never gets involved in my nail ideas and is like, oh, whatever about my nails. And I thought, if he's going to give me an idea, I am 100%, I need to run with it so that he knows that I am listening and that I care what he thinks about my nails. So I did it, and I'm super proud of it, and I freaking love it, and all the credit goes to him. And I thanked him. I was like, thank you so much for challenging me to do this and for giving me the idea, because I freaking love it. So he put Scream in my mind, and I ran with it, and this is what I did. And so, yeah, this involved a lot of Pinteresting of ideas and Instagram hashtags for Halloween Scream nails, and I just found a couple of ideas, and I was like, well, we'll see if we can do this and how it goes, because I didn't have any stickers or anything to do with it. I had to do all of it freehand, and we freaking did it. Anyways, enough talking, clearly. I went off on my tangent, as I do at least once per video, as y'all know. So for my knife there, I used the silver and for the blade, and I just, tried to make it thicker at the top, narrow at the bottom. I cleaned it up with some acetone to get it to the shape that I wanted. Then we did the top of the knife, which in my opinion kind of looks like a witch's hat, but whatever, it's the type of the knife. Top of the knife. It's the handle of the knife. And now we're going to add the blood splatter at the bottom. I wanted to make it look kind of like when the knife would like penetrate the skin and blood would splatter. So kind of gory, but not, because it's pink. It's not blood, it's not red, it's pink. So therefore it doesn't count as gory. It's a cute little spooky, adorable bloody knife. It's an adorable bloody knife. Anyways, I'm pretty sure I was saying too that I haven't ever watched Scream, but we are going to here in, I don't know if it'll be this weekend or maybe next, but me and my husband are going to watch it finally. I'm not a huge scary movie person, like at all. I ain't about it, not about the life. But I do like suspense and thrillers, which again kind of doesn't go hand in hand, but whatever. Guys, I cannot be the only one with that idea in my head right now about what's on my thumb. Like, if you know, leave a comment, please. Tell me you knew what I was seeing with the little tip of the phone there that I did. Yeah, so here I'm drawing the little phone. I just started off with a little line and then turned it into a half circle, filled it in, drew the little handle tail situation. See, about what I was talking about? Tail. Anyways, guys, I'm such a weirdo. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Anyways, and then I did the bottom half of the phone, dropped some gel on my clear there, which I just cleaned up, super easy. That's the thing about these little gel art brushes though, so they do pick up a lot of product, so you do want to clean the brush off, like the neck of the brush especially, because all of that product's just going to flow down that, and especially if you're holding it sideways, it's just going to drip. And so see here, I already flash cured my phone part, and you're going to see that I am trying to figure out a few different ways to do the cord of the phone. Wasn't liking any of it. So I just wiped it off with a paper towel. It was still wet, just wiped right off, no big deal, super easy. And so now I'm going to try it this way. And I thought, in my head, I was thinking, well, it's the cord of the phone. It has to be at the bottom of the phone. Screw that. I'm going to put the cord wherever I darn pleased to put the cord of the phone. And it just so happened that it was easier to do it off the side. So that's where I did it at. And it still very much got the point across. So there. I'm not going to stick to the traditional idea of anything. Anyways, and then I'm going to take my acetone again, and I'm going to put it on this little brush and just kind of push that gel towards the center on the cord, just to make the cord a little bit thinner. And then I'm going to do it on the other side too, just push it towards the center, flash cure it. Now we're going to outline the phone with black. And in my opinion, the whole outlining thing of it with black just kind of added more of like a cartoony, like more character to the phone instead of just leaving it like that. So I outlined it with black, and I'm really glad that I did because I loved it. And then we're going to also put 3 little lines coming out of the top of the phone, like you could hear the voice coming through the phone. And so that's what I did. I don't know. Guys, I really liked it. I loved this mani. Haven't ever seen Scream, but I freaking love this mani. And I'm so glad that my husband gave me the idea. I'm so glad that of all the times he could have something to say and have an idea and have an opinion about my nails and hasn't, he finally did it for this one for Halloween, because this was a freaking good mani. So good. Anywho, this is going to be the end of it. Also, ignore that freaking black under my nail. Black dip powder is such a pain in the butt sometimes. I don't even know. It's stained. It's in between my nail and my tip, and don't ask me how it got there, because I've tried to get it out and that sucker is sealed shut. So I have no idea, and I can't clean it, and it just pisses me off. It just makes me so mad. Anyways, here we're gonna do our 3 little lines, just boop, boop, boop. Done. That easy. That was that. Little lines. And then I'm going to stick my whole hand in the light and cure it all, make sure all the goodies are cured. And then I'm going to go in with this, my 2-in-1 gel top coat. Guys, if you have problems with peeling, if you use primer before applying gel top coat, if you use primer before applying gel base coat and then gel top coat, if you use gel base and then use gel top coat, and you still have a problem with peeling like I did, get this. Get this 2-in-1 gel now. I kid you not. I had this mani on for 8 days before I forcefully took it off. Like, I popped my peelies myself. I had this on 8 days. No peeling, no lifting, no chipping. I freaking love these liquids. The dip base, the activator goes in there with it, and this gel. So freaking good. I don't even know. Like, these things left me speechless. Megan and Mr. Manny Boss, they hit it on the nail every time. They got it. They did it perfectly. So I just did this. I capped my free edge, and because I have a little bit of more of a nail, I also went around the sides too and capped those, just so I wouldn't have anything going on there, which I do every time I wear tips. But you guys, I'm serious. I didn't have any chipping. No chipping. I usually have chipping at the corners of my nail, at least at day 4. And no chipping, no peeling, no lifting. And that was the biggest thing for me too, was there was no lifting, even with the full layer of peel base that I did. No lifting. I didn't have any pop off randomly without even trying. No, none of it. And so now I am going to use their Royal Butter from Manny Boss and Candy Skincare. I freaking love this stuff. This stuff is amazing. You put this on at night, you wake up in the morning, and your nails look just as, like, creamy soft as they did when you put this on. Freaking amazing. But you guys, I love this mani. I love the art that I did on it. Came out so good. And on top of it, the liquids were amazing. Mani Boss Dip liquids, the 2-in-1 gel. I am telling you, I have had so much pilling issues with the gel. I cannot get it to stick for the life of me. Gel top coat. I did not have a single issue with this. 8 days. 8 days. Guys, enough said. Love it. Love it. Not sponsored, by the way. Not sponsored. Just freaking love their products. Freaking amazing. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think about this mani. And I will have another Mani Boss full dip liquid talk in my next video where I do a black and gray shimmery ombre. So, love you guys. Bye.